Important matter for RRB STENO Skill Test. Words 640 and speed will be 90 WPM. Be ready. 5 seconds. The chamber may clearly indicate whether there is need for stationing a crane for loading and unloading heavy consignments or any additional lighting points are required for performing the operation beyond sunset. The chamber must be fully aware that we do not have night working at goods shed at the moment. The existing capacity of the goods shed is for handling 15 wagons of general goods and 10 wagons of materials like coal, sand, cement, etc. The railways would welcome definite suggestions from the chamber in order to increase its present efficiency in order to give better service. The modern trend is to use more and more high capacity wagons like bobs, BKCS, etc. The trade perhaps will have to get used to this trend sooner so that we are able to move more traffic in wagons. The railways themselves supply watertight wagons during rainy seasons. The effort is to ensure that covered wagons are made leak-proof as far as possible to avoid any damage to the goods transported in them. The issue of providing spare engines at Rajpura and Ludhiana has been closely examined, but it has not been found very economical. For internal transport at Rajpura and Ludhiana is performed by engines of two goods trains which should be adequate, keeping in view the work load at these stations at the moment. Provisions of any extra facility has to be considered from the point of view of as to whether the expenditure would really be justified by the earnings from the station in question. Export traffic is given all preference possible by the railway administration in all important stations. Position at Faridabad and Rajpura was checked up. There was no delay in the clearance of export traffic at the above stations during October and November last year. There is practically no export traffic offering at the above stations. As regards detention of wagons after loading, the procedure is that each divisional control office maintains details of wagons delayed after loading. All cases at any point wagons are detained for more than 24 hours are fully investigated and all avoidable cases are taken up. In order to ensure quicker transit between certain pairs of points for which there is regular traffic, target transit times have been fixed. This is kept under special watch by the divisional and the headquarters. On the Northern Railways, there are 12 such points. As regards detention of wagons containing export traffic, the consignors have been asked to put large labels on wagons reading "For export only" push on the stations through which such wagons pass have been asked to specially watch such wagons and push them on to destination at the earliest possible opportunity, and at no cost risk should be taken to detain them longer than is actually necessary. In the circumstances where such delays are reported and after examination by the administration, if found to be unjustified and unnecessary, an inquiry will take place and serious action will be taken by the railway board against such staff. Large-scale movements of export traffic are arranged in block loads which are also kept under special watch. Transit time of such block stakes is reduced at these get-through run-in yards on the way. All necessary precautions are taken to ensure that the export goods do not involve in any damage while waiting for loading into the wagons. The consignors are provided all facilities to help them to export their goods as quickly as possible without facing any difficulties. Railways have already made arrangements to ensure that at transshipment points there is no detention to traffic. If any specific instances can be looked into very closely by the railway administration, and all efforts will be made to avoid them in future.